Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Schwartz. Thanks so much for the support. Thanks for connecting, taking the time to stop by in the community, leaving a comment on the video. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, we are on the moon again. This is footage from July 29th, 2018. Went back up to Mars, but this time with the P900 to be able to see if there was anything around Mars and to show you what it looks like with the P900. And anyways, I get so many comments when I post anything about Mars, so I said to myself, why not? I caught something beside Mars. I love it. You know, every time I go out there to look for something around Mars, I always get a surprise, so maybe I'll be doing it more often, but it's just a flash of light. It could be one of the moons. I went to see where and how the moons are moving around Mars. One of them, Phobos, Deimos. The one Phobos that is more close to Mars is where I would have seen that flash of light. It doesn't mean it's the moon of Mars that we saw, but we did see a very big flash of light. But now, the flash of light we're going to see later on in a short clip of Mars that I got with the P900, we see that that light is very rectangular, very square-like. And of course, in manual mode, I'm going to have to show you guys at one point how to properly focus and zoom in and then fix the exposure, because there's always two factors when you're zooming into a planet, well, with a P900 anyways. You have to get used to the M mode, manual mode. Go into manual focus and then the infinity dial. What you're going to do is you're going to focus, and what you have to do is bring your planet or star as small as you can. If you get too large, a big dark circle will appear in the middle of whatever you're zooming into and will linger around, and you will not be focused properly. But with the P900, it's the exposure I don't like. There's no proper exposure settings that I want on that camera, and when you zoom in and once you're in focus, well, then you have to edit it, and I'll show you the different exposure rates with Mars later on as we're advancing through the video. And I'm going to show you guys the difference. Here's Mercurium. Look at the color. Look at the color on the surface. I'm going to show you guys a difference in the two moons from the end of one from the end of 2017, a full moon, and a full moon, the one that just went by July 2018, and you will see a major difference in the way it's shifted. It's pretty scary. It's actually rotated to the right clockwise quite a few degrees, and it's also shifted backwards. So this is Mars with the P900. And again, there's so many things you have to do. You got to trick it with the light, then to get the exposure right, and then to change it back to autofocus. This is on manual focus in the M mode with the Nikon P900. Go to the exposure rate before you do this and you can adjust it. Then you can do your technique. These are 3 different exposure rates, same shot, just the exposure rate in the bottom there. You can see that the more you bring the exposure down, the more red and dark it gets. Now I saw a flash of light that was to the top left of Mars. It could be one of the moons, it could be a star, or it could be just a UFO, who knows, but I'm still going to share it with you guys. It's pretty cool being able to see what's around Mars. And of course there are moons around it. I think it's Phobos and Deimos or Dymas. God, I hate pronouncing these names. It can be pronounced so many ways, but pretty cool being able to see them. So I'll show you a couple of shots. This is just a couple of shots. It's not much, but I'm going to try to get in Mars a bit more often when I can, and when I can, try to stick them in the video here. Now this is just close up, but look at the shape of the light. I mean, I usually get blares of lights, like shiny lights, but they're spherical, and this one really is square-ish, rectangular-ish, and it was very bright. I saw it myself with the naked eye in the camera appear. Obviously not in the sky, but I could see it on the lens of the camera, that little window, the back of the Nikon P900 while I was checking it out. And yeah, we're going to look at some comparisons of the full moon at the end of 2017, not long ago, and July just went by. Check this out. The full moon on the left is the one that just went by in July. Look at the full moon just not that long ago at the end of 2017. Look how much more detail we can see on each of the moons, how they are different. Look, on the right, this is Mare Crisium, and this is Mare Crisium on the left. Look at the difference, how it's rolled around, and not just rolled around, it seems to be rolled back. Look at Tycho Crater. Tycho Crater pointing completely outwards to the left here compared to straight down south, like it usually always has been. Mare Serenitatis 2018, that line of Bessel Crater is almost going completely westwards, from east to west, instead of from north to south. Like we see here, the line Bessel Crater and Mare Serenitatis, that line's going from north to south. Look at Aristarchus Crater, guys. All the way up, traveling north as the moon's rolling back and turning around. Now, of course, we could be in a different place. The moon could be in a different place. So much to take into consideration, but still awesome.